Welcome to the Parent Connection, a program dedicated to empowering parents and caregivers with the knowledge and resources to support their children's educational journey. Our mission is to strengthen the partnership between families and schools by offering resources and a supportive community for sharing experiences and practical tools to help your child succeed. This session will be about bullying awareness. We will define bullying and its consequences, examine the bullying triangle, and look at steps to intervention and prevention. The Texas Education Code identifies bullying as a single significant act or a pattern of acts by one or more students directed at another student that exploits an imbalance of power and involves engaging in written or verbal expression, expression through electronic means, or physical conduct, and has the effect or will have the effect of physically harming a student, damaging a student's property, or placing a student in reasonable fear of harm to the student's person or of damage to the student's property. It is sufficiently severe, persistent, or pervasive enough that the action or threat creates an intimidating, threatening, or abusive educational environment for a student, and it materially and substantially disrupts the educational process or the orderly operation of a classroom or school, or infringes on the rights of the victim at school. Cyberbullying is bullying that involves the use of any electronic communication device, including through the use of a cellular or other type of telephone, a computer, a camera, electronic mail, instant messaging, text messaging, a social media application, an internet website, or any other internet-based communication tool. There are several different types of bullying. Verbal involves teasing, name-calling, making threats against the target, intimidating, demeaning jokes, rumors, gossip, and slander. Emotional involves exclusion, social manipulation, telling someone who they can and cannot be friends with, rumors, and humiliation. Physical, this includes hitting, kicking, pushing, taking or damaging property, forced or unwelcome contact. Sexual bullying relates to unwelcome sexually charged comments, inappropriate or lewd glances, inappropriate physical contact, targeted sexual jokes. Online includes sending harassing, embarrassing, unwelcome emails or texts, threats, sexual harassment, hate speech, ridicule in public forums, posting lies, or gossip. How are bullying and harassment different? Bullying and harassment both involve harmful behaviors, but they have distinct characteristics. Harassment is bullying. It can include unwelcome contact, such as verbal abuse, graphic or written statements, threats, physical assault, or other conduct that is threatening or humiliating. But the negative behavior is based on a student's race, color, religion, sex, age, disability, or national origin. Bullying is also different from conflict. As we've discussed, bullying is negative behavior directed by someone exerting power and control over another person. There is aggression with the intent to use power to target another with unwanted words or actions. Those targeted are hurt either physically or emotionally and have a hard time stopping what is happening to them. Conflict is a disagreement or argument in which both sides express their views. Conflict is normal and children self-monitor their behavior. They read cues to know if lines are crossed, and then modify their behavior in response. On the other hand, children intending to cause harm and whose behavior go beyond normal conflict will continue their behavior even when they know it's hurting someone. When conflict arises, we use conflict resolution or mediation strategies. Those don't work with bullying. It's also important to know the distinctions between rudeness, meanness, and bullying. Children can be rude or mean, but that is different than engaging in bullying behavior. This does not mean that being rude or mean is acceptable behavior, but it is important for children to know the difference. For kids, rudeness might look more like burping in someone's face, jumping ahead in line, bragging about achieving the highest grade, or even throwing a crushed up pile of leaves in someone's face. On their own, any of these behaviors could appear as elements of bullying, but when looked at in context, incidents of rudeness are usually spontaneous, unplanned in consideration, based on thoughtlessness, poor manners, or narcissism, but not meant to actually hurt someone. The main distinction between rude and mean behavior has to do with intention. While rudeness is often unintentional, mean behavior very much aims to hurt or depreciate someone. Kids are mean to each other when they criticize clothing, appearance, intelligence, coolness, or just about anything else they can find to denigrate. Meanness also sounds like words spoken in anger. Very often, mean behavior in kids is motivated by angry feelings or as a way to make themselves feel better about something. Make no mistake, meanness is different from bullying in important ways that should be understood and differentiated when it comes to intervention. Kids who bully say or do something intentionally hurtful to others, and they keep doing it usually, with no sense of regret or remorse, even when targets of bullying show or express their hurt or tell the aggressors to stop. Let's look at how bullying impacts children. Bullying can negatively impact a child's access to education. Bullying can also lead to physical and mental health problems. Bullying also impacts students' sense of well-being and safety. The bullying triangle, often referred to as the bullying dynamic, illustrates the relationships between three key roles in a bullying situation: the bully, the victim, and the bystanders. The bully is the individual who initiates the bullying behavior, using power to intimidate or harm others. The victim is the target of the bullying, who experiences the negative effects of the bully's actions. And then you have the bystanders, those who witness the bullying. Their reactions can influence the situation, either by supporting the bully, helping the victim, or remaining passive. Understanding this triangle is crucial for addressing and preventing bullying, as it highlights how all three roles contribute to the bullying dynamic and the importance of empowering bystanders to take action. It's important to realize that anyone can be bullied. There is no typical profile of someone who might be subjected to bullying, but there are some common characteristics among children who may be targeted by this behavior. One or more of these characteristics in a child may attract someone who bullies, but it does not mean that every child with any of these characteristics will be the target of bullying. Children who are bullied might struggle with the ability to defend themselves, provide an emotional reaction to being bullied, such as getting mad, becoming angry, or scared, or crying. And this type of reaction perpetuates the bullying. as it provides the bully with the desired outcome of feeling in control. Also, children who are bullied might have few or no close friends. They might also be socially isolated. Children with even one friend are less likely to become a target of bullying because peers are more likely to help one another in times of need. Children who bully recognize the vulnerability of an isolated child. Finally, children who have less developed social skills might find themselves as a target of bullying. So, why do some kids use bullying behavior? Well, despite common portrayals of someone who bullies as big, tough boys or mean, popular girls, anyone can bully because bullying is about behavior, not labels. Many bullies either want to be popular or feel a sense of power and control. Some kids may be bullied and bully others because they have low self-esteem. Child bullies often lack empathy and are not taught to think about how their actions make other people feel. Bullying behavior is a wake-up call that a child has not learned to control his or her aggression. Getting to the root of their behavior, modifying their behavior, and learning appropriate coping skills is suggested. What about the bystander? What can the witness do? The roles of target and initiator are relatively easy to understand, but the children who witness bullying have an incredibly powerful role in the situation. They can make it worse by joining in with the bully, encouraging the behavior, or escalating the situation, or they can make it much, much better for the target. Some bystanders directly intervene by discouraging the person bullying, defending the target, or redirecting the situation away from the bullying. Other bystanders get help by rallying support from peers to stand up against bullying or by reporting the bullying to adults. By showing support for the target, or even by just not joining in on the bullying, bystanders can change the course of the situation. When your child sees bullying happen, they can make a difference. What if my child is being bullied? It's very important for us to recognize the signs of bullying because it allows parents and caregivers to intervene before the situation escalates, potentially preventing long-term emotional and psychological harm. Here are some examples of signs of a child who is being bullied. Talk to your children about bullying. Make sure they understand bullying and know how to respond. This can make a significant difference in their experience. Stay proactive and informed. Children who are bullied often feel isolated and ashamed and will not report it. Recognizing those signs enables parents to provide the necessary support and reassurance, helping them feel less alone. Also, understanding the signs helps parents know when to seek help from schools, counselors, or other professionals, ensuring their child gets appropriate support. Here are some useful tools to help your child deal with the bully until they can get help from a trusted adult. Encourage them to walk away, tell the bully to stop, disarm them with their words. They can use humor to diffuse the situation. Try to avoid areas where the bully seems to hang out and ask for help. What must schools do about bullying? Each school district's Board of Trustees must have a bullying policy and procedures, which includes prohibiting bullying of a student, prohibiting retaliation against a victim, witness, or anyone else who provides information regarding a bullying incident, early parental or guardian notification regarding bullying incidents. The board's policy must also include the actions a student should take to get help and intervention, outline the available counseling options for a student who is a victim, witness, or who engages in bullying, create procedures for reporting bullying, including those for students so they can anonymously report, investigating reports of bullying, and determining whether the reported incidents occurred. They must also make sure that the policy prohibits disciplinary measures on a student who used reasonable self-defense in response to bullying. This is reserved for students who, after an investigation, have been found to be victims of bullying. They must also provide discipline for bullying of a student with disabilities, and it must comply with federal laws, including the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. At Godley ISD, the safety and security of our students is always our top priority, and we take this responsibility very seriously. We encourage anyone with information about any bullying incident, security incident, or other matter of concern to contact us immediately by phone, by email, or through the Stay Alert system. Hearing that your child is being bullied can bring up many emotions, including anger, sadness, guilt, or all of these at once. Your first reaction may be to jump into action, call the parents, write a strongly worded email to the principal, or even post a rant on social media. However, if your goal is to support and help your child move through this, one of the best things you can do is calmly listen to what your child is sharing with you and validate their feelings. Often, children and teens don't tell their parents they are being bullied because they are embarrassed or ashamed. So it's important that you create a safe space that encourages them to continue sharing with you in the future. My hope is that you have found this presentation to be beneficial and informative. As always, we are here to support you, your child, in our community. Please let us know if there's anything we can do to help.